Hello, Naomi. Naomi. I wasn't wearing my glasses, so don't beat me up, okay? I'm a little fragile lately. Mark I'm just going to call you Mark. Swiss Stacker. Jackie Bear. Hello, everybody that's in the house. Today's going to be just a variation of subjects. You know how I like to just go with the flow. I don't like to come on and just talk about just one subject. You know, hey, what do you think about that Berkey behind me? A lot of people have been asking about the Berkey water filter. Take a look into it. I don't make any money, but it really works. That Berkey, I'll tell you what. Thank you, Naomi. That Berkey, I'll tell you, you can pour red dye water, and it's gonna filter out all the water, all the red dye from the water. It's amazing. But yeah, Naomi, get a Berkey. Look into them. And look at some videos online. Like I said, they'll pour red dye in water, and then they'll pour the water, the red dye mixture, into this Berkey, and it'll come out perfectly clear. Not even a tinge of red dye. What is so significant about that is the molecules that make up red dye are very tiny. So the smaller the molecules, the better. I mean, the more difficult it is for a filtration system to filter out. Yeah, Berkeys are expensive. They sure are. But Jeff Donner, he basically just commented that he likes his Berkey. What's my dog barking about? It never fails. As soon as I get on a video, the phone will ring, the dog will start barking. He hasn't barked in 24 hours, and all of a sudden he's starting to bark. But yeah, I would definitely recommend the Berkey. If you're only one person, you don't even need a big Berkey or a Royal Berkey. Hello, Digging Dirty South. But definitely check out a Berkey. You're going to be impressed with the taste of the water, how clean it tastes. One recommendation that I'll mention about this Berkey here: never get a Berkey that is too big for your family. And if you do, make sure you drain all the water out of it and then store your water in, let's say, plastic jugs in the fridge. Because any water that sits in the bottom of any container, if it sits for 2-3 days, it gets this slime, you know, and you don't want that. That's why I always say, you know, get one that's actually slightly smaller than what you actually need. How often do I change my filters? Well, they're good for, God, I don't want to do any quoting, but I think based upon your usage of it, you only need to change the filters out like once every 1.5 years or so. But it goes by gallons, so you're going to have to get online and figure out how many gallons it takes. My dog's acting when I get on the phone or try to make a video as well. What do you think about silver at 14 something? You know what? I'm kind of tossed. And I was going to do a silver video today. I definitely was going to get a nice silver video going. I'm actually happy and sad at the same time about silver going down to 14 and change. It's a buying opportunity. Okay, it's a buying opportunity. Can you imagine if you bought, let's say, 100 ounces, 100 ounces at 14 bucks? And then tomorrow went right back up to, let's say, where it was a week or two ago at 16 and change. You've already made $2 per ounce. So definitely go and get some silver even at these prices. Top 3 guns. Well, for what, Levi? There's top 3 guns for, you know, what is the application? Defense, offense, stealth. What are we talking about? I'm going to go with defense because it's illegal to be offensive with a weapon. So for defensive, top 3 guns, in my opinion, for the home, would be a shotgun. Maybe a Ruger 1022, and maybe a handgun of some type. No, I have not. Tolkien, Colgan 12. No, I have not bought any silver at these low prices. I was in the hospital. Medical bills are pouring in. I don't have enough money right now to start buying, by the way. I don't have enough money right now to start buying silver. My priority is always to pay down the debt first. Whatever's left over, then maybe do a little investment, and that could be silver or cryptos. Yeah, Jeff, you ought to do a video on how you like your Berkey, and that way people just don't listen to me. I always tell people, don't listen to me. I'm just some stranger on the internet. If I tell you something's good, try to do a little more research. Look at some of the Berkey water filter videos online. You're going to be quite impressed. And not only that, aesthetically, they're pretty. That's high polished stainless steel. They're very, very pretty in the kitchen. I have a nice, pretty kitchen here, and it fits really nicely in our kitchen. And again, you can get them at smaller sizes. Yeah, Silver Stranger just bought some silver. Definitely going to buy this weekend at least 10 maple leaves. I like maple leaves. They're cheaper, and they're $9.999. So mathematically, Ryan, you should do the difference between 0.9999 and 0.999. Mathematically, it's such a minute difference in purity. It's a joke. Yes, it is a little more pure, the 0.9999, but it's like 1/1000th of a... What is the math? That's all you have to go. Just bought my first Standing Liberty. Awesome. Awesome. Collected over 7 years in junk silver. Who is this? Totbot. Awesome. Thanks for being in the house, folks. Yeah, Reyes, I want to get into some golds. AR, shotgun, and pistol. AR for the house. I wouldn't say that's one of my top 3 for the house. Home defense. Being ex-military, I know what they can do, and I know what they can penetrate, and I know what they can over-penetrate. Yeah, Dano 45.4. My live streams are only going to be few, and when I go back to work, I'm going to basically go back to just videos. I've got a lot of free time on my hands. Doctor says I can't quite go back to work, but yeah. Thank you, MJ Gold Seth. So, you know, which currency website is safe with debit cards? Well, Coinbase is. I have heard very, very, very positive things about Coinbase. And then you can transfer those to different wallets such as Exodus. I think 13 is very feasible on the next support level. You must be talking about silver. Yeah, it is. But don't wait to buy silver until you think, because no one knows how far down it's going to go. And if you wait, let's just say silver right now is 14 bucks, and you suspect it's going to go down to $3, so you hold off. You're holding off on that $13, and then all of a sudden it jumps up back up to 15 and then 16. You're done lost out. Buy it on its way down. And a good strategy is, okay, say to yourself, I have $200, or I have $400, or I have $600 budget to buy silver. On its way down to where you suspect it's going to go, spend half. So let's say it's $14 now, you suspect it's going to be $13. I say right now, spend half of your budget, and then when it finally does get down to 13, then you can spend the last half. Then on its way up, you've made money. But if you don't buy now and it jumps back up to 15 and 16, you're done lost out on this low. So think strategically about buying and when to buy your silver. Don't let your emotions rule and override your brain. Buy a little bit on the way down, okay? I never seen an Orium note, so, but congratulations on that gold maple leaf, that 1 gram. Love the shirt. Yeah, a lot of people are you know, and this is just my preference. I don't care for the shirt, But hey, I can turn on the air conditioner to please me, and I'm going to piss off 50% of the people that's in the room. So I might just keep this style and then create a couple of more styles and then just try to see who wants to buy what. What's a Berkey? It's a water filtration system, my friend. It is Bitcoin Bo. I still need to get over to your website. I had some doctor's appointments I had to clear up, so I haven't even been watching anybody's videos. And I think you said you just created a video. I'll have to check it out. And I want to take this time to give you a shout out to everybody here. So I'm hoping you make a video like on that Ledger Nano. I really do hope you make a video on actually how to use it, showing your screen when you plug it in, what happens, and then when you plug the Nano in a second time after you got some more cryptos, what happens. I'm very curious to see the operation of that. Yankee stacking, great to see you looking even better. Thank you so much. And I actually trimmed my beard. You know, it's funny when you're sick, you tend not to want to take a shower, you tend not to want to shave, you know, you tend not to want to take care of yourself. And my beard, I like to keep it short like this, but it was getting to be literally like a ½ an inch long. I was looking kind of like a bum. It was time to get in the clean my act up and look presentable. No silver stacking mentioned. I haven't checked out any videos, so no. And of course, the lower the better. I mean, it's just like with the stock market. Buy low, sell high. Absolutely agree with you. Digging the Dirty South. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hospital bill fund. Hell yeah. And it's so funny. I'm not using this as a beg for money, but it's so funny, even with insurance. It's kind of like, it's like going to a grocery store. They raise the prices of the products that you buy in the grocery store, and at the same time, they make the products a little bit smaller and smaller and smaller. So you're actually, and it's the same way with insurance. Every flippin', I wanted to cuss right there. Every flippin' year, they pay for less and less and less with your insurance. At this point, why even have insurance? I've been paying for insurance since I can remember. And I've only gotten sick this one time in my 56 years of living. What if I never bought insurance and put all that money in a savings account? I would have been better off. I'm getting insurance company people wealthy. We are. I'm sorry, not me, but especially when you don't get sick that often. Who's benefiting? I mean, you know, financially, it's. I think insurance is a Ponzi scheme, is what it is. I went off on another tangent. So let's talk a little bit about silver. Then I want to go into some cryptocurrencies. Silver. Silver Eagle right here. I'm going to flip it over and flip it upside down. I want you to take notice of why I stack silver. If you look carefully, it says $1. Can you see that, folks? $1. I don't know how well this camera is focusing. $1. Now let me show you something. On this $1, it says $1. I think we can all agree it says $1. The difference is, with this $1, is the purchasing power between this and this. Purchasing power. How much goods can this buy versus this? This $1 might be able to buy you 75 cents of goods, technically. Yet this $1, and I'll put it right there so you all can see it again. See, right in the lower, $1. Yet this $1 can purchase approximately $14 of goods. That is why I prefer to stack this over this. This in a bank is going to depreciate. This in the bank over the years will depreciate. this in your safe will not depreciate. And if anything, has the chance of going up in price. In addition, let's just say I am 100% wrong. Let's just say that the past 40, 50, 60 years have been a fluke. And its price increase was just a fluke. Let's just say from here on in, this will not accumulate an additional cent. It'll just stay 14 bucks. Let's just say. At least when it's time for me to cash out, this will be 14 bucks. This is a savings account in my safe. This ain't no savings account, folks. They give you a debit card so it's easily spendable. This stays in your safe. You can see it. You can feel it. You don't feel good about. Spending it. So I recommend everybody. Here's another side of this. I recommend everybody get yourself some silver. Let me take not even 5 seconds. Get that dog out. Come here. Come here. Okay, done. Finish. Finite. Tired of hearing it. Enough. Okay, enough. No one's there. My dog, he gets a little crazy. They're just cheaper, real reason. I'm baking mozzarella sticks. Bacon. That actually sounds good. Wrap some bacon around the mozzarella sticks. I have Eagle Maples and Kookaburras. You know the Kookaburras? They're pretty. Can you shoot an AR-15 in city limits? Oh boy. Come on, Totbot. You know better than that. You cannot shoot any weapon in city limits. New houses in Florida are poured concrete. I lucked out and got 50 ounces, 30 American Silver Eagles, and 2 10-ounce bars. Actually, I got a 10-ounce bar right here. This is one of my 10-ounce bars. It's holding my my little camera in place here. But I love silver. Like I said, at least I'm saving money. Even if this doesn't go up in price, at least I'm saving money. It's in my safe. I can see it. I can see the stack getting taller and taller and taller. I can see the multiple plastic tubes multiplying over the years. This, you don't even see it. You don't appreciate it. They give you a debit card. It's funny, you open up a savings account and the first thing they want to do is, let's give you a debit card. Easy access. Easy access to your savings account. I'm not even talking about the checking account. It's amazing what they do. It really is amazing. Bitcoin, thank you so much. Silver Stranger, thank you. I really appreciate it. We'll work on nano video this weekend. My laptop is garbage. Need a new one for better quality. I'm out. See you. Check your text, which I know you hate. Yeah, I do hate text messages. And I just heard the phone ring. Not a ring, a chime. So I bet you that was the text. Maybe it wasn't, but maybe I'm mistaken. Silver Stacker, again, thank you so much. I will check out your videos as well. It's just I haven't been up to par. So let's talk about cryptocurrencies. I'm curious. In your comment section, how many people are stacking cryptocurrencies as well? Now, a lot of people not only dislike cryptocurrencies, but are afraid of cryptocurrencies. But I'm going to give you some reasons why you should not be. You're going to be using them in the future, whether you like it or not. So how many of you folks are utilizing cryptocurrencies? All right, 4 years stacking cryptos, Bitcoin Bow. Now, I've talked to Bitcoin, and he's very knowledgeable in this. So you can always go to his website or his YouTube channel and ask him questions about this. But cryptos are coming whether you like it or not. And the thing about cryptos, when getting into something in its infancy stage, and right now, I would have to say maybe 1% of the human population knows what cryptocurrency is. It is coming, and I know I've said this in many of my past live streams and videos, but every day I'm getting new. And why do I repeat myself? Because every day I got new subscribers. So I like to be a little redundant. Every year, every month, more and more businesses are accepting cryptocurrency as payment. Case in point, try to go buy some silver. You'll notice one of your purchasing options, one of your paying options is now cryptocurrency. Yeah. And the more and more people who accept cryptocurrencies, the more it's going to drive the price up. So, would that make sense to purchase some cryptocurrencies now while only maybe 1% of the people accept them? Purchase some now. That way tomorrow, metaphorically speaking, more and more companies will be accepting cryptocurrencies. It'll drive the price up. There are some cryptocurrencies out there right now that are only 2.5 pennies each. One is DIGIBYTE. I got a link below if you want to help support this channel. DIGIBYTE, 2.5 cents each. You can spend $100, $5, and you can have a slew of DIGIBYTE. What did you lose? If I'm wrong, what did you lose? $5, $10? Bitcoin, when it first came out, and Bitcoin Bo can correct me, it was less than $1 when Bitcoin came out. Many people who took the chance on Bitcoin at $1 are now multi-millionaires. Kids, a fraction of our age, who just had nothing better to do than invest in this funny thing called cryptocurrency for $1 or so, are now multi-millionaires. Because now Bitcoin is over $6,000 per. Can you imagine if you invested $100 in Bitcoin when it was only $1? And now it's over 6,000. I'm telling you folks, it's coming whether you like it or not. And you might as well be on the good side of it. I don't work for a cryptocurrency company. I don't make money off of cryptocurrencies. I'm just like the Berkey water filter, advising people of some of the good products out there, or some of the products that might be good tomorrow as an investment. That's what I'm doing. I don't come out saying I support this product and I'm being sponsored by this product. I don't. What are some of the cryptocurrencies I would think about getting? Matt, you're totally mistaken, and you're mistaken or you're lying. A couple of airlines accept cryptocurrencies. Check out your online silver retailers. Some of them accept cryptocurrencies. You're wrong. Where do you guys buy bullion in Europe? I don't know. I really don't know. Too many inherent flaws. Everything is flawed. Do you think this is not flawed? Do you think this is not flawed? But nobody will talk negative about this. It's amazing. I can come online and tell you why you should stack silver, and people will have 100 reasons why not to stack silver, why it's the wrong thing to do. But they won't come up with one bad reason to stack this. I can brag about having 10 million of these in the bank. I'm a millionaire. I have 10 million of these in the bank. Obviously, I don't. And everybody will pat me on the back. Oh, man, you did good with your life. I can have the same amount of this in my home safe, and they'll look at me like I'm a retard. I don't understand the logic. Nothing is perfect. This is not perfect. I buy bullion from JM. I like JM. I really do. Never had a problem with JM bullion. And I like their selection. And they're quick. Provident Metals, I heard good. Yeah, I mean, put it in the oven. Yes, you're right. All right, so if crypto is the next global currency, the Fed will get their talons on it. Irrelevant. That statement is so irrelevant. It's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Does the Fed not have their talons in this? I'm telling you now, if you get into something in its earlier phases, before it's forced upon you, and it will be forced upon you, you stand a good chance of making some money. That's all I'm trying to say. JM here too. Hey, Overtaxed Delta Rosca, thank you so much for being in the in this room. Yes, BitPay is used to exchange cryptos for dollars. I just bought 9 LITECOIN. Yeah, LITECOIN is low. I haven't really invested in any cryptocurrency per se. I have a couple of DIGIBYTEs. Somebody donated some DIGIBYTEs. I did set up a wallet. I have a couple of links below in the video. If somebody wants to help a brother out, shoot me. JM is my favorite bullion dealer. Yeah, I like JM. I like APMEX. APMEX is just, to me, a little bit more expensive when it comes to the premiums. They're just a little bit more expensive. I find that sometimes they're also a little bit slower to ship. But I've never, ever, ever had a negative experience with APMEX either. Even though I don't shop from them, because my first 100 or 200 ounces was from APMEX, and I just wanted to go with somebody cheaper. Is basically what it is. Sir Gowen, cryptos have nothing to do with the banks right now. Okay. So it can't be a trap. Cool, another overtaxed taxpayer. Creo, the lone traveler. Isn't 4 9s better than 3 9s? Yes, it's slightly purer. But think of the 0.39s versus 0.49s. Mathematically speaking, it's just what? 1,000ths? Excuse me, I think I just spit all over the place. What is it? 1,000ths more pure? That's not even a grain of sand. Yeah, bug. Yeah, it's suppressed. All right, it is suppressed. Okay, Yankee stanking. They only accept cryptocurrencies indirectly. They're still accepting cryptocurrencies. Well, banks own all major crypto exchanges. Well, I don't know about that, EK. I really don't. What do you think about 40% Kennedy has for barter? Well, anybody that takes anything for anything is good. I don't care if it's a cheap Bic lighter. If they're willing to take it, then definitely utilize it. So yes, 40% Kennedys are nice for barter. Absolutely. And I wish, yeah, here's one. Just about every bullion dealer accepts Bitcoin at least. It is like a stock. You buy some low and watch for it to go higher. Absolutely. Absolutely. For you folks that just got in, isn't she a beauty? Isn't she a beauty? You guys got to get some. You guys got to get some. Put it in your hand. Put 2 or 3 in your hand and just let them knock around. Let them knock around. Cheap air takes like coins on flights. I had never heard of Cheap Air. It must be another company. Singer Malt Scotch. Yes, sir. For barter. You know, when shit hits the fan, people are going to want to self-medicate. Whatever that mechanism is, and that could be booze. So for you people who are preppers, as I'm a prepper too, stock up on items that you might not consume. I don't drink a lot, but I have a hell of a lot of booze in the event that somebody's going to want to self-medicate. That's right, Bobby Bazin. Bobby, it definitely is. $14 right now. You should be loading the boat with some silver. Silvertown. Yes, I love Silvertown, and Sunshine Mint as well. Yeah, Matt, I will look into it. Matt Ward, I will look into it. I say it in many videos. I'm not always 100% correct and not all-knowing. I definitely will look into it, but I definitely know there are airlines that accept Litecoin. I'm 100% positive on that. Okay? 100% positive, and 100% positive there are bullion dealers that sell silver and gold that accept Bitcoin. 100% positive on that. But I'm not saying that you're not partially correct also. All right? I will do some more research, but I know what I see. Yeah, Abaddon 3718. Yeah, I got bourbon. My next door neighbor, him and I had a fallout one time, and he came over to apologize. He had a bottle of bourbon in his hand, gave it to me. I graciously accepted, shook his hand. 2 years later, that bottle's still sitting up there. And by the way, whiskey, bourbon, it don't go bad. Vodka, it ain't gonna go bad. So if somebody gives you something other than wine, if not stored properly, will go bad. But your booze, it ain't going bad. And you can use it as an antiseptic too, by the way. Can't lose with vices. I agree. So Roosevelt dimes versus Mercury dimes. To me, it doesn't matter. The Mercuries, they're harder to find. And out of my, I think I have something like 30, maybe 20 pre-64, pre-65 dimes. I think maybe 4 or 5 of them are Mercuries. And so I kind of prefer the Mercuries, but value-wise, it's irrelevant. Silver is silver. I never heard about fish antibiotics, sorry. Best way to sell silver in your experience is, my experience is going to a local coin shop. My second option, if there are no local coin shops, would be to go to a local pawn shop. But when you walk in that door, you need to, without insulting their ego, you need to let them know you know what you're doing. You walk in the door with this. Hey, how you doing, Joe? Hey, you buy silver? Hey, what's the spot price of silver? Let them know you know the lingo. You know a little bit about silver, and you're not some desperate bum trying to get a freaking, a fix, so to speak. Meth would be a great way of bartering. I don't want them people around my family and my children. Peace to the 999 squad. I'm going to work out another design. I am going to work out another design, but a lot of people like this shirt. But hey, let me ask your opinion. Should I get rid of the platinum? I'm wondering if I should get rid of the platinum, because that's really, I don't know. Colloidal silver. God, I wish I had some. I heard many good things about colloidal silver. That's for those folks who don't know. It's This dipped into a, or any silver dipped into a water, what is it, pure water, with an electrical current going through it. And this actually leaches some of the silver into the water. And technically, it's supposed to be one of the best antibiotics on the planet, according to what I hear. No, the dog's not gone. He was just barking at the neighbors. He'll bark at a leaf falling. Yeah, silver is silver, even if they're tarnished. Obviously, you want to keep them as clean as possible. Yeah, silver is silver. Silver and gold is hard to be patient. Is hard to be patient with. How long have you been stacking, and what got you started? Whew. The same thing that got me into prepping is many years sitting in a pickup truck as a security guard, and I used to have to drive around this campus for like 4 years, and the only thing to do was, after a while, FM radio just drove me up a wall, so it was like got into news talk radio. And over time I started listening and learning that life was not what it was sold to me as on the in the newspapers. So I then got into YouTube. I started watching other preppers. They started mentioning the thing called silver, which I've never heard about. I've heard of silver, but not as far as a monetary, keep doing this. Not as far as something to save instead of the dollar. And that's just how I got into it. So I've been stacking silver since approximately 2007-ish, 8-ish. Grim Fernando, it's going very well. Thank you very, very much. It's going extremely well. I'm going to stay on here for another 15 minutes. I worked at a local pawn shop. My goodness, what people sold silver and gold for was nuts. What chat want for it? I don't know. $10 deal? Yeah, I think some people, when they go in desperate, they find some gold or they steal some gold or whatever, and they're freaking needing a fix. They'll go in. They don't know what they got in their hands. Most people don't have a clue what they have in their hands when they're given a piece of gold or even steal a piece of gold or silver. They have no flipping clue. They'll go in, they'll sell $500 gold ring for $15, $20. Yeah, the thing about buying on Amazon, I don't know what I'm getting. Key Platinum, add lead, has 2 4 9s. I have clean cloth with colloidal silver in it. It disinfects itself. A lot of people, you see what I'm talking about? A lot of people say colloidal silver works. But there's also videos online where you can make your own colloidal silver. And all it takes is one little silver bar, and that silver bar is still good to sell for the full value. So it doesn't really screw up the silver. It's amazing. So what? You're saying that when I do this, it's darker on the side of the pawn? I don't know what you're saying. But all right. Let me scroll down. Thank you, Naomi. Cash is trash and the silver is the king. Absolutely. This is worthless and this is the king. Trash. King. Yeah, if you folks would smash the like button, I can't even speak. The medication I'm on has got me freaking cotton mouth, or just so tired of taking pills. I'm so tired of getting probed with needles and whatnot. But thank you. If you all would just hit that like button just one time, I appreciate it. And after this video post, maybe leave a comment, because these live streams, they're just live now, but after I end the video, it actually then uploads as a normal video. And there's a bell icon right next to the subscribe button. If you would just hit that bell icon, you will be notified when you're on YouTube that I just came online, so to speak. When I worked at a refinery, that's when I got the gold bug. Watch gold melt. It's hypnotic. Yeah. I would love to have a gold bar one of these days. That would be cool. Monex. I heard good things about Monex, Matt. I heard really good things about Monex. But again, there's so many good ones out there, and if you're doing well with one, it's like, why go to another, if you know what I mean. But I've heard good things about Monex as well as Provident Metals. When you go and buy your gold and silver Provident Metals, a lot of people love it. Isn't that the reason why we wanted in on cryptos in the first place? Because it's decentralized. Now they want to control the granddads of cryptos. Think about that statement, though, Fernando. You're correct. And if cryptos was such a bad idea, why does the federal government want in on it? That's all I got to say about it. If it's so bad and it's such a trap, why did the government want in on it? Be the bank. Yankee Stacking is right. Hold your own silver. You can have 1 million of these. I know I said this 20 minutes ago in this video. You can have 1 million of these in the bank. Never see it. It's just digital. You have a few hundred of these in your safe, in your home safe. You are your own bank. This is backed by itself. This is backed by what? Silver. What is this backed by? This is backed by faith in the federal government. Let me ask you something. Right now, how much faith do you have in the federal government when it relates to any subject matter, with any news it's relaying to us? Probably not much faith. I wouldn't really hold too much faith in this either, because this is not backed by gold or silver anymore. Hasn't been for many, 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 many years. Thank you so much, Joseph Smith. I really appreciate it. And shout out to your mom. Shout out to your mom. Treat your mom good. I know my mom, man, some of my favorite memories of my mom were just simply sitting down. The entire family eating her cooking. Just amazing food. Thank you so much, Benjamin McCauley. Thank you, Stacking Nerd, for stopping by. I appreciate you. As always, thank you so much. SD Bullion 10-ounce bar. Spot price, yeah. I'll have to check them out. Thank you, MJ. Yankee Stacking has an awesome channel, too. The dislike button needs to look like George Soros. That has got to be the funniest thing I've heard all day. That has got to be the funniest thing I've heard all day. He is one evil-looking man. For you folks who do not know what George Soros looks like, go to Google, click on the image tab, type in George Soros, S-O-R-O-S. One evil, scary-looking man. And I'm not saying that to be insulting. He truly does look evil. Thank you, Omerta 1589. I will be safe. I'm getting better every day after being released from the hospital. I actually have a doctor's appointment next week. It's my final doctor's appointment to see if I can go back to work. Thank you, Silver Hoarder. Love your name. Receiving notifications on your video, Mark B. Mark B, go to my subscribe button. Right next to the subscribe button, there's that bell icon. Click on that. That'll give you all the notifications you need. Anytime I release a new video or anytime I go live stream, it'll give you a notification. Troy Ounce, if you store your silver in your home and there's a fire, your cash will be burnt and there will be 100% loss. Your silver might be a bit warped, but the metal will be salvageable. Well, also, to piggyback off of that, they do sell fireproof safes, by the way. Be your own bank. Good advice. Absolutely. Andrew, thank you so much for being in the house. What if silver and gold were a psyop operation? Okay. I guess, Andrew, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but then it would have been a psyop operation from the beginning of biblical days, because gold and silver are mentioned in the Old Testament of the Bible. Yeah, abandoned. Yeah, there are fireproof safes out there. The dollar is backed by the U.S. Army. Paul, normally I say you're wrong, but you're right. This is backed by the point of a gun. You are 100% right. Don't pay it back. See who comes knocking on your door. The IRS. Thank you, Grim. I view cash very differently now also. $1. $1 says it. Lower. Which dollar would you rather have? I mean, I don't even need to argue about it. I think we're all in the same. I think we're all on the same page when it comes to silver and gold. Blockchain has a future. I've been saying that along. Cryptos don't. Then what's the difference between blockchain and cryptos? I gotta do some research. I admit I'm an infant when it comes to cryptos. I'm not gonna sit and argue about something I know very little about. I only own a couple of DIGIBYTE. Most of them have been donated to me. Fools, putting down Trump when watching the news. As Atmet says, I prefer investments you can hold, and definitely can hold this. The dollar is bullshit, backed by currencies. Fernando, I would love to get that bar. Jesus clearing out the... he's whipping the money changers. I would love to get that 10-ounce bar. CP, congratulate CP, everybody. He has 1,000 ounces of silver, or $1,000 in silver, and $10,000 in gold. Congratulations. Yeah, EK, I agree with you. It's still good to have some of this in the bank. Never said that it's not good, because this is the system that we are mandated to use right now. Absolutely. To not have $0, that's foolish. I have to agree with you. You got to have some of this. But you have more of this, more of a ratio of this to this. Absolutely agree with you. Everybody, you do need some cash in the bank. George Soros is Hillary Clinton without makeup. Overtax, do you ever look back at your stack would be if you started 25 years ago? Yeah, actually, Philip Jones, I have. And it always comes up in that conversation, what would you have done if you knew what you know now as a child? So yes. And it's just one of the marvels of life. You don't have wisdom until you get a little older. And by then, it's too late. Paul Kilcoin, thank you for being in the house. Yeah, Mark, I don't know why you're not getting the notifications. I do apologize. But if you just go to that subscribe button, that bell right there should turn on your notifications. Yeah, that's the name of it. I apologize. It's Jesus clearing the temple. Everybody take a look at that bar, that 10-ounce bar. It's called Jesus Clears the Temple. Amazing looking bar. Okay, blockchain is the technology, but crypto is the mechanism, the vehicle. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm 28 and I feel like I started way too late. Doesn't it? It's a bad feeling knowing that you're behind on the curveball. But how many ounces you got? Never looked back about 300 ounces ago of gold. Don't worry, you'll get where you need to be. It's boring to buy silver, so I buy different coins. I agree, girl old G. I agree. Different rounds, and I've talked about this in my past videos. Look at some of those pirate-looking rounds at SD Bullion. I think JM, I think they all have them. APMEX, but they're pirate-looking rounds. They almost look like pirate booty, they call it. Everybody kind of giggles at me when I call it pirate booty, but yeah, definitely look into some of that. But yeah, I would also take a look at this right here, that silver canister, that Berkey water filtration system. Definitely take a look at one of those. How can we break it down to our young children? I guess this metaphor, $1, as it says right there, $1. How do we break it down to our children? $1, says it right there, $1. This is actually worth $14 and change as of today. This is, if you're lucky, is worth 75 cents today. That's how you break it down to your children. Mutiny Metals is by far my favorite silver. I'll have to check out some Mutiny Metals. Actually sounds kind of cool, Troy Ounce. Mutiny Metals. They giggle cause you said booty. I have a 13-year-old boy and he giggles when he says booty. About 200 ounces of 10-ounce bars, the rest kilograms and rounds. Awesome. But actually, to that gentleman who says he gets bored, yeah, get some different various rounds. Make it interesting for yourself. Definitely, by far. Got to check out various rounds and whatnot. Sunshine Mint, man, they do. A Volkswagen, they do make the best looking bars. For you folks who are wondering what your next 10-ounce bar should be, check out the Sunshine Mint bar. Every online dealer sells them, I think. Lebanese, but you're not understanding. I'm not holding it for 1 day or 1 week. My silver, although yes, I can trade it in for $14 today. I'm holding my silver for 10, 15 years. I won't be getting just $14 for my silver in 10 or 15 years. Try holding this for 10 or 15 years. What is the value of this? That's the point I'm trying to make. We're not day traders. Obviously, if I bought this today and sold it tomorrow, it's pointless, obviously. Grim, Fernando, what amount of silver? So I always tell everybody, the minimum amount of silver you should have is 200 ounces. The minimum. Try to reach that goal. Don't panic if you don't have it now, but the minimum everybody should have is 200 ounces. That's a pretty good amount of savings. 200 times 14. That's a good savings. How many people have that in their savings account? And I'm not talking about having it in their savings account for a week or two until the next medical or financial emergency comes along. I'm talking about an account where they never utilize it. About 200 ounces, folks, is what I recommend everybody have as they start. A Sirius stacker has 500 ounces. Sunken ships have gold and silver worth a lot more than old countries' paper money. Agree. Florin kilo bars look great too, and they sure feel good, don't they? So yes, that is a Berkey. That is the big Berkey. The next size up would be the Royal Berkey. They are pricey, but think about it. How much do some people spend on a gallon of water. So if that's $350, how many gallons of water does somebody buy if they buy, let's say, Arrowhead water per year? Those filters last about 1.5 to 2 years. Mathematically, that's cheaper than buying bottled water. It really is. And you can turn any water source into bottled water. That's the point of it. Technically, if I went camping, I mean, I wouldn't take something that pretty if I had to. I mean, if I wouldn't take something that pretty on a campsite, but if I had to, I could, and I can have bottled water, quality water, anywhere that thing goes. So mathematically, it's cheaper than buying water. Spartan round, really nice coin. Man, 2.5 ounces of gold. Good for you, Volkswagen. Omerta, did you used to live in upstate New York also? Yes, I did. I lived in various places of New York. Loved New York, except for the taxes. I cannot afford the taxes. And the fact that I have quite a few weapons now, a few guns. I can't move back to New York without giving up my right to own a gun. So if I was to move back to the Northeast, it would be the Pennsylvania area. You can pretty much own whatever you want in Pennsylvania as far as a firearm. My wife and I, we're thinking about either the Northeast again, the Pennsylvania area, state, or Florida or something. I don't